we go. Oh, you can't make a noise. You're silent with your pour.
Oh, but it's pouring.
Yeah,
Look at that thing go.
That picture. Oh,
What's
man.
that? We got the teams bar there.
I know. Needs to go away. There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Shout out Pint Night. Slow brew Pint Night. Oh.
There, yeah. Should be gone now.
Yeah, very good.
All right, we're ready. We are less than 24 hours away from the start of the World Cup. Because we're going to go all World Cup today. So, before we do that, do you want to start off the drinking with the results from last week real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Sounds good. So, so the rules again, we'll check in on how we did in our Premier League Pickems, Premier League Fantasy League. So in Pickems, I came in tied for fourth with 100 points, just ahead of you in sixth with 90 points, so neck and neck. Well, I'll give you a sip on that one. And then Fantasy League, you edged me out. You finished fourth with 39. I was only 4 points behind you, but that meant finishing dead last. So I'm going to give this bad boy a chug.
All right. So I think one there. What do you get? Two?
And then prop bet. You pulled out the win with the prop bet. You had Leicester winning on the road, which is a good pick. I went with the Leeds upset over Tottenham, which was a great game, but I did lose in that one, so I'll drink again.
Oh, man, you were just starting off with a bang.
And then last but not least, we have the red card. So there was one red card. It was actually out of that Leeds game. Tyler Adams with 2 yellows late in the game, 86th minute.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't get more cards.
Yeah, he toes that. He's a good line tower.
Oh, man, yeah. I feel like he's a hard tackler.
Yeah. He makes up for his what appears to be small size with ferocity.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we got the little overlay of our logo, like covering up my counter. So I'm going to go ahead and call that a technical difficulty.
All right.
Add one for each of us. And while I fix that, why don't you get us started on, I guess, Group E. We did Group A to D last week. And E to H, I want to say, right off the top, and then I'll let you go, I think I like this group better than A to D. I think it's more exciting. I think there's more variability in outcomes. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah. I would agree. I think so. Some of these groups, like the Serbia, Brazil, Switzerland, Group G, I like a lot. I think it's exciting. Group H. So I think there's going to be some closer battles for that second, third spot with some of these latter groups.
Moving the counter. All right, so let's just start it off. Group E.
Group E.
I have... Hang on, let me pull up the odds right now real quick. You have all your picks in, right?
I do now. That's actually what I was doing.
Oh, you were doing it in the meantime?
I hadn't actually made my picks. You had already done it, but I was behind on my pick. So in a rush, I went through very chalk with my picks, but I might change them on the fly here. But
I felt so bad going chalk. I'm like, everyone's going to be picking the same ones. I got to pick an upset somewhere. It's just...
But I wouldn't be too upset with... I would still call it not that chalk. Say you pick the 1 and 2 to flip. That's still a pretty significant change, I would say, from chalk. So yeah. I wouldn't be too upset with that.
Okay,
All
so
right, so Group E. So picking up there. So Group E is Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. So a bit of an interesting group here. I think Japan, a bit of a wild card unknown that, not everyone's the most familiar with all their players. They do have a decent amount of players playing throughout Europe, a decent amount of experience, both at international play and in some pretty competitive leagues. So I think that makes this group a little bit more interesting than it may seem on paper. I think the obvious favorites are Spain and Germany. Um, I think out there's probably a lot of people that are just default Germany fans and would choose Germany over Spain. If you're looking at the odds, Spain is likely going to be ahead of Germany. I'm not sure if you're looking live.
yeah, I'm pulling them up now. I'm trying to pull them up anyways.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Spain as the favorite for the group. Pulling up my odds as well.
Yeah, so these should be
World Cup
up
futures. So we've got Spain at plus 900, Germany behind them at plus 1200 for odds to win. So, but they're still neck and neck. Spain there in the 5th spot for future odds, Germany at 6th. So definitely a tough group. Just on the surface, looking at the odds of the teams. So I went with chalk here. I went with Spain to get first, Germany to get second. Going in, I would say I would have thought of them a little bit more neck and neck, but I think with one of the few options that Germany has to play a real forward now out, not that he was even that good, but with Werner out, I'm going to take them down that little bit step further. So I'm more comfortable picking them in second here, less than a toss-up, as I would have said before. You actually went with Germany taking the win here in the group, and Japan coming in second, and Spain, so far looking at all the picks, being by far your biggest call and upset.
Yeah, I don't feel confident. I wouldn't put a lot of money on it, but I had to pick my spot somewhere. So, I like that. I think there is going to be some upsets. I think this group especially is pretty deep. Even Costa Rica, which I don't expect to win, but I mean, I don't think they're going to roll over against some of these teams. Like, there's no freebie like there is in, say, Group A with Qatar, or like some of the other Asian or Middle Eastern countries.
Mm-hmm.
I think Costa Rica being the worst team in the group, you could do worse than that. And Spain, Germany, and Japan, I think they're all quality teams. And I kept thinking about, maybe it's screwing me up, but I kept thinking about what you were saying about what Virgil van Dijk said about teams not practicing together. They're just showing up and playing, and they've been playing with their club teams all year. And he expects a lot of upsets, and he's probably right, but it's so hard to know, okay, where are those upsets going to come from?
Who is it going to be?
Yeah.
Who's it going to be?
So
I do feel like of all the countries, well, nah, I don't know. I don't really know if this is truth or not, but just in my mind, I feel like Spain is one of those countries where they do have players in a lot of different leagues, right? So they've historically been like, it's all Barcelona or Real Madrid players.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're pulling in more and more players from other leagues, players that are spread out into other leagues, playing in France or playing in England, playing in Italy, maybe even Germany, like Olmo. So I think there's a bit more of a unfamiliarity there with the Spanish squad. So I think it's a smart pick coming from that perspective, what you're saying, right? If there's going to be a group or a team that maybe isn't on it, I think they're a good option there. So, I also agree. I could see Germany winning the group. So, I mean, I have them second, but
honestly, I can see Spain winning the group easily. Like it's
yeah.
I'm going out on a limb because I don't want to be chalk, but they could easily win the group. So, yeah, I don't know. They had a friendly against Jordan a few days ago. So they went with Asensio up top, Ansu Fati, who scored, Sarabia, Soler, Koke, Gave, Laporte, Torres, Garcia, and Carvajal in the back. I feel like that's not that formidable of a team. It's a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Is it a World Cup winning team?
Doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound like it, no.
Yeah.
But they still have some dudes off the bench. Like they brought in Rodri. I would expect him to play more. I'm surprised he didn't start.
Nah, he'll start.
Yeah. They brought in Azpilicueta, who's like our age. Busquets is on the bench, who's also like our age. Yeah, they have enough guys to definitely win the group, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good point though. I mean, here we're just talking about the groups, right? We're not talking about knockout stage, but it's a good point. Doesn't sound like a team that will go far in the knockout stage.
Yes,
they could win the group though, as you were saying. You know, they could. You pull out 2 wins over Japan and Costa Rica, and you could be there. So.
And especially like those guys that I listed, the older like veteran guys who have been there, done that many times. I feel like they're not gonna let a big letdown happen. They could easily just like on muscle memory make it through the group type of thing. But yeah, I'm as we're talking about it, I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to pick them to go far in one of my 4 World Cup brackets that I'm doing. So
exactly.
Which one? You said you were. I was looking at a different one. Where do you see my picks?
Where do I see your picks?
Yeah, you said I went with Japan and Germany.
Well, that's what you went for in our podcast. Pick the group.
Oh, gotcha,
sheet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not in your pick'em sheet, which you might end up choosing something totally different. But
yeah,
in our pre-tournament pick the group winners, that's where you went.
Okay,
with.
Yeah, I want you to keep that one up, and then I'm gonna keep up your bracket, and then I want to see how I did then versus now.
Yeah, see which one you do better. I'm looking at what I did. So I'm looking at the bracket I filled out for the pick'em tournament. And I had Spain winning the group, Germany second, and then I actually have Spain beating Belgium.
Okay.
And then losing to Brazil. So that's what I went with. So I have them making the round of 8, but then losing. So
which
I can see that happening, but I think that's pushing the boundaries of what they would be capable of with that team.
Totally, absolutely. So okay, I have the odds here for the group. These are updated, so this is what it would be in Vegas right now. To win the group, Spain is the favorite, minus 105. There's actually a big gap. Germany's plus 110 to win the group.
Okay, so that's they're practically even money, but
Japan is a big drop, plus 1,200 though. That's to win, not just to get out, but to win.
Yeah.
But they do give the edge to Spain over Germany, which is kind of surprising. I really like Germany's team.
They're really, but it's barely an edge there. So if you just go down to just straight advancing out of the group, so finish first or second.
Yeah.
Spain at minus 750, Germany at minus 700. I mean, they're not much different there from the odds makers' perspective. Then you have a big jump to Japan at plus 300 to make it out of the group. So, yeah, that's more and more, I think, a toss-up than I thought. I thought it'd be a little bit more edging towards Spain, but the odds don't seem to think so. It's pretty close.
The more I look at Germany, the more I like their team.
Yeah.
I just think they have a good mix of players. I love that Götze made it also. I don't think he's going to have a huge impact on the field.
It's so cool he's there.
Love that he made it. It sucks that Royce didn't make it. I think that's a big miss. I feel like you still would want that dude like on the bench at least, you know?
Yeah. Well, he's out for injury reason.
Fatigue.
Yeah. AK, you didn't make the team, but
yeah,
but we didn't want to say that.
No, but okay, so we just listed off Spain. Here's Germany. This is just in order of position, not who started. But I mean, their midfield and attacking midfield. They have Sane, Muller, Kimmich, Havertz, whatever, Gundogan, Gota, Goretzka, Gnabry, Brandt. Like, they got Sula in the back, Rudiger, who I love. Dude, they have so many dudes. Neuer's an amazing goalie. Like, this team's loaded. I think I might pick them to win a couple of my brackets.
All the way through, huh? I like them as I like the back, forward, and midfield of the team. I would say. I have questions about the forward play. If you're going to be relying on Mueller or Havertz, if
Lewandowski was German instead of Polish.
Oh my God, yeah.
Woof, yeah, this would be the best team in the world.
Because even some of these guys that are listed at forward, like Adeyemi or Mokoku,
yeah,
they're not real forwards in my eyes. They're more like these like wing forwards, you know. So they're going to have to play Havertz at striker, like always, like we see all the fucking time, and we know it's not.
Sucks at that. Yeah,
I know, but I mean that's where. Otherwise, they're going to have people like Sane, right, who's fantastic and a great attacker, but he's not like a forward, you know.
Yeah.
He's a winger / like attacking midfielder that comes up, you know. So, I mean, they have great players, and I think their midfield and defense is great, but that's where I have concerns.
Yeah, we did what we think the U.S. roster is going to look like and what we would do if we were coach of the U.S. roster. If I were coaching this German team, I would put Muller in the middle as like a Liverpool style, Firmino type of role, and then just have like Gnabry and Sane on either side, just wreaking havoc.
You play center forward, but you're not scoring; you're passing. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You're facilitating, and then he's always in the right position if a cross comes in or something. You know, like that's how I would do it, and use that young speed on the outside to wreak havoc.
Yeah, but this has got to be one of this lineup. I think it's going to be one of the most difficult to figure out. Who are you going to play out of this set of midfielders?
Yeah,
Kimmich, Goretzka, Mueller, Musiala, who's a baller, Brandt, Sane, and Gundogan.
Yeah,
like how are you going to play only four of those guys? You know?
But I think you could play a different lineup each game. Like,
yeah.
And that's the other thing with these coaches, too, is they haven't had time to figure out, like, a good roster that fits and they play well together. Like, they're going to be trying things out on the fly, too. So it's going to be wild. But you can't go wrong with, like, any arrangement of those players, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. But there'll be so many questions if it does go wrong. It'll be like, why did you play Gundogan and Kimmich? You know,
exactly.
Or why was Goretzka not subbed? You know, it's like I wouldn't. It's one of those like you almost don't envy the coach for having too many good options because if it goes wrong,
that's why I think Southgate dodged a major media bullet with all those injuries to the backs because now it kind of makes his decision for him.
It makes it for him, but. To be honest, I think in regards to the right back, I think he would have played a back three so that he could play James and Kyle Walker both probably, or Trippier, something like that. But yeah, now he doesn't have to worry about the Reece James, Alexander-Arnold shit.
Yeah. Shaw, Trippier, yeah. Crazy. Okay, so that's Group E. Let's hop to Group F.
All right.
This one we have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. Also, a really deep group. Even Morocco, it says it is world ranked 22. I find that pretty wild. They have some dudes on their team, but I didn't know they were ranked that high. I don't know what they did to get ranked that high.
I think they finished well in the African Cup of Nations, so they got a lot of game. You know, so when was that? That was last year, right? I think, or it was like winter. It was like last winter, I think. But whatever it was, when you get a lot of games against good competition, I think it helps your rating. I don't know exactly how the rating works, but it's been formula. So if you go through like a tournament and you go far in it, and you play all these really good games against good competition, I think it can help kind of bump your team up in comparison to teams that aren't in a tournament or playing friendlies or whatever.
Yeah.
So they may be getting some false advertising from that. But I did look at their roster, and I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not, I wouldn't say they're deep, but they have talent in some key positions. So,
And much like Pulisic, drink, Ziyech has not been getting a lot of run at Chelsea. So you can look at it that as, hey, he's going to be, a little rusty, or you could be like, he's going to have some fresh leg, he's going to be ready to go, and he's going to be flying.
Or he's going to be like, fuck you guys, I'm about to show the world how fucking good I am.
Exactly. Hey, other teams in the world,
yeah,
come sign me. I'm not playing. Like,
get me off this fucking team.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Chelsea. Chelsea always has this problem. They used to have fucking De Bruyne and Salah on the same team.
They got rid of them both.
Yeah, it's like they have all these dudes loaned out. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so Morocco, Ziyech, Hakimi, like they have some dudes on their team. So they're not even the bottom according to FIFA rankings, but let's look at the odds here. As far as odds go, they're ahead of Canada at plus 1,000. So to win the group, we have Belgium minus 140, Croatia plus 200, Morocco plus 900, and Canada plus 1,000. Canada's not a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably the best worst team of any group, I think.
So wait, say that again. So tell me the order of odds there. So it's
Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, Canada.
Interesting. So if you look at the future odds just to win the tournament, though, Canada is significantly higher than Morocco.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Canada's at plus 15,000, Morocco at plus 25,000.
That's so weird.
But then to win, you said, but to advance out of the group, it's actually flipped.
It's plus 900 for Morocco to win the group, and it's plus 1,000 for Canada to win the group.
That's crazy. So that's the first we've seen like that, where the
it's the same site. We're looking at the same site.
I'm looking at Bovada.
Yeah, so it's the same sportsbook. Yeah.
I'm just looking at overall future winners for the World Cup. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's the first flip-flop we've seen there between the two, which is odd.
Yeah, I don't know what goes into that, or if it's just a mistake. It's interesting. But, yeah, either way, definitely the floor of that group is higher than any, I think. I think Canada's better than any worse team of any other group.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They're not a pushover. This is the one. What did I pick earlier on the pod?
So we both looking at Group F. So this is for our podcast pre-World Cup picks for the group. So we both went Belgium finishing first and Croatia second. So chalk there.
We went chalk.
Both of us. In my pick'em bracket, if I jump over real quick and check mine, I went Croatia first, Belgium second. So this was at a different time. I actually felt that Croatia was going to win and that Belgium would come in second. So it's a bit of a toss-up there. I think odds-wise, it probably isn't showing that just because Belgium's ranked so high. People, a lot of people probably bet based off of FIFA rankings.
Yeah.
But it probably is a closer matchup there than maybe the odds are showing.
It's just, if Morocco steals a point here and Canada steals a point in the next game, all of a sudden, that second spot's up for grabs for whomever was struggling. That one's going to be a really fun group. Tough to call, too. I picked Chug, but I'm really scared about it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to touch on any more on Group F?
I I just want to give a shout out to Canada, man. Shout out North America, making the World Cup. This was I think you had a trivia question
Cheers
a
to
few
Canada.
episodes ago. It's the second time they've ever made it, was it?
And never scored a goal. Looking for their
And
first
never
goal.
scored a goal. So
Looking for
shout
their
out
first
Canada.
goal. You got this, Canada.
You got your first goal.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
going to
do
be
it.
awesome if they can get their first goal. Yeah, like I said, team's not bad. They're going to get a goal. They're going to get a goal. So,
Exactly.
that'll be fun to watch. Okay, Group
All right.
G. This one, everyone is penciling in Brazil. Everyone. And
Including
I get it.
us.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of is what happens every year. Brazil's just like, oh, they're the favorite to win just because they have so many guys. But this year, I feel like they've actually been playing well leading up to the World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like before they always had some sort of chemistry issue. You talked about last time the like corruption to get certain players on the team and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah.
This team feels like it's more organic and they have the right guys. And
And they've been playing together long enough where they've really got a feel for each other.
yeah. So,
It very much feels like, at least from my perspective, like this is the new team. Where like teams have passed, it still felt like there were these lingering guys like David Luiz and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like trying to merge like eras together, and this really does feel like it's like one cohesive generation of players.
yeah.
And you're not like trying to fit square pegs in round holes.
And we talked about this before. Neymar was always like the talisman of the team. And if Neymar's your best player, I think you're in trouble. But on this team, he's not. And it's just like, oh shit, and they have Neymar still who can still like do this. So that is when it's dangerous, is when he's like your third, fourth like top player. And then it's like, oh fuck, this team's in trouble. So
Yeah.
I can't not pick them to win the group. I can't even pick like a tie against one of these three teams.
Yeah.
And Vegas backs it up.
I mean, yeah, they're the favorite overall, right? If you look at the futures, it almost looks like to me like the gap is growing there. So they're plus 350 right now to win it all. Argentina's sitting at plus
minus
500.
275 to win the group. That's the highest we've seen. Or the worst.
And then you drop to France at plus 700 to win it all, and then England at 900. So they are the heavy favorite, I would say. I mean, those are big gaps between.
Wait,
those
where's
top.
Argentina?
They're in second. They're at plus 500.
Oh, okay.
So they're from plus 350 to plus 500, dropping from 1 to 2. But by the time you get to fourth and fifth, you're already up close to plus 1,000. So it's a big drop off. I mean, it really tells you that they think Argentina and Brazil are kind of in the league of their own. I think France is going to continue to drop with all this injury news. England's probably just going to stay right where it's at, neither up or down. But it's really, the odds makers and the betting public is saying those are the favorites.
Yeah.
Heavy favorites.
So they're minus 275 to win the group. Serbia and Switzerland are both plus 550. And then Cameroon's plus 2,200. So they're a long shot.
Yeah.
But if
I
you
really
ask
think it's
me,
a toss-up between those two.
See, I think Serbia is really good. I think they have way more talent than Switzerland does.
I think Switzerland has a lot of hidden gems, man. If I'm gonna go look at these two rosters right now. So
okay, while you look that up, let me just ask you this: you're the coach for Serbia, who I don't even know who their coach is.
Dragan Stojkovic.
Nice. Tell me you didn't just did you pull that off the top of your head, or did you have that? Did you
I
find
have it
that?
right here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. How are you playing? How are you playing up top? You have Vlahovic and Mitrovic, both on your team.
And Jovic.
Oh, Luka, yeah.
Yeah, Luka Jovic too.
Wow.
And you got Tadic.
A lot of itches. A lot of itches.
A lot of itches.
But
Well,
Tadic can play behind them. He's not like a.
yeah, exactly. He can play. He can play the 10 role. Vlahovic he has been injured, but I think he is day to day. So just based off of that, I would err towards Mitrovic starting, Vlahovic coming in sort of off the bench in support. But I would find a way to play both of those
Yes,
guys.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it. With Tadic, who's a great facilitator, just providing them goal scoring opportunities. Oh my god, dude! I love the attacking options they have on this team.
Yeah, they got and then they have So also in the midfield, they've got Milinkovic Savic from Lazio. They've got Kostic, who's been balling for Juventus, out on the left wing. So their left wing midfield set in stone. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
They've got who else is in the midfield? Who's the guy? I know his name. Gudelj. Gudelj, that's his name. I forgot how it was spelled. That guy plays for Sevilla. I think he's good. He's getting a little bit older, but I think he's really good too. So I feel like they got a solid midfield and like attacking. I just really don't know much about their defense.
Same. I can't say I know their defense well because I don't, but they're going to be able to score some goals.
Yeah, and then I'm jumping over to Switzerland.
Yeah, go through the Switzerland roster because I don't know it quite as well.
Yeah, so you've got. I'm just going to start at the back here, work forward. So you got Manuel Akanji, who I think is one of the best defenders in the world right now. Obviously, made the move to Man City from Dortmund. He just looks like one of those guys that's like so confident, so like robust and strong. Like he doesn't look like he's ever going to get beat. Like he always looks like he's going to be the favorite when you see him playing. So I think they have a really strong rock in defense. They've got the silky left foot of Ricardo Rodriguez as always.
I thought you were going to say Xhaka.
Well, no, I'm starting at the back. Yeah, but then moving, and then they also have Fabian Schär, who I think is really solid too. So I think they have a really good defense.
Yeah, they got some guys.
Which is exactly the opposite of Serbia.
Great matchup.
Right. So I'm real curious to see how that game goes. But then so you got your captain in Xhaka. They've got this guy, what's his name? Fruler, who plays for Nottingham. He's been like a regular starter now for them. So they've got like a solid.
Oh, I didn't know he was
starter.
Swiss.
Yeah, he's Swiss. And then Zakaria on Chelsea hasn't played at all. He's I think he's like probably early 20s still. I think that guy's really good. He just doesn't get any play at all. But I think he's a good player on Chelsea, somebody that people may not know.
Did Shaqiri make the team, or is he?
Shaqiri's on the team, playing for the Chicago Fire. Shout out MLS.
MLS shout out, Drake.
And then they got Mbolo at forward. So, and then Okafor, who's been playing for Salzburg in the Champions League. So, I think you're probably right. On paper, Serbia's got the bigger offensive names.
Yeah.
I just think Switzerland's got a really solid team, starting from the back forward. So that's going to be one of the best matchups. I think it's kind of teams at odds with each other with how their styles are and where their strengths are. So that'll be a real exciting group.
Yeah, and then poor Cameroons at the end. I would love to pick them, but I don't think the odds tell us that we shouldn't bet on them.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking through their roster. Anybody that sticks out, they got Choupo-Moting.
Yeah, he can play.
Yeah, they got Anguissa on Napoli. He's been balling.
Dude, anyone on Napoli's been balling. It's just like Napoli's just been on fire. I would love to see. Senegal was my upset team that I had like months going into this. I was like, I'm taking Senegal, and then the Mane injury just completely ripped my heart out on that one. I want to see another African team do well. I just don't know where it's going to come from. I thought Senegal was the one.
Yeah, that's tough. They have Onana at goal too. He's like the inner goalie. So they got some pieces, but I actually, speaking of Cameroon, I just realized this trivia the other day. So I didn't realize this, but Joel Matip on Liverpool is Cameroonian,
Oh, really?
but refuses to play for the national team. So I guess something happened back in like 2015 or 16 where he left the team, and they actually approached him when they were going in for the African Cup of Nations, like, will you please come rejoin the team? And he still refused. So I don't know the story of what happened, but he would be one of their best players on the team, and he refuses to play for the national team.
He has French citizenship, right?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he used to play for Cameroon though. I don't know if he has French citizenship, but yeah, he refuses. So
Oh, wow. I wonder what happens.
there's some story back there.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's interesting. I kind of want to find out more about that. Yeah, they could definitely use them. Okay, cool. So who did you have 1 and 2 in the group?
So once again, so Group F and G both, we went the same. We both went. I guess it's less chalk in Group G, but we both went Brazil, Serbia. Obviously, Serbia and Brazil, or Serbia and Switzerland are pretty much 50-50. But yeah, we both went with Brazil, Serbia. In my bracket, I went Brazil, Serbia as well. So 2 times I went with that same strategy.
Okay. All right. Lastly, Group H. Here's our pick, baby. Portugal. What are they at right now? What are the updated odds for them to win the whole thing? Do you have it up?
So they took a drop down. They're back to plus 1,600 again. So back to where our odds were.
Interesting.
I don't think there was any new injuries or anything that I know of. So I don't know. Just money moving around, I think, from team to team.
Well, I still love our bet. I still think they have a lot of depth, a lot of talent. They have experience and young guys. I want to see Leao get a lot of play. I want to see him unleashed, because I feel like he's at his peak of unleashedness, where it's just like, hey, we got a bunch of experienced guys behind you. Just go make shit happen and wreak havoc on the defense, and then we'll clean up any mistakes you make. Or, like, I feel like, man. I feel like
this would be a fun pick the team as well, like we did with some of the other squads. Pick Portugal's team.
Yeah, I definitely picked them to win the group. I think the second pick is kind of up for grabs. I want to go anti-chalk here, and I think I might go South Korea.
Okay.
I know in the pod I probably picked Uruguay, because that would be the...
You actually picked Ghana.
So I did? Okay. Nice. All right.
I don't know about that one, but you might have misclicked. But I'd be happy to change it to South Korea if you want. I went Uruguay.
I'm going to do it in our easy money pool. I'm going to do South Korea. How about that?
Yeah, I like that. I really like Uruguay's team. So if they weren't with a team like Portugal, they would be one of my sort of secondary teams that I think could definitely flirt with winning a group. I think they have a really solid team, but
they do.
But with Portugal there, I don't think they're going to win the group. So,
I mean, they do have a good team. They're kind of like Serbia, where they have a lot of good attacking, and I don't know as much about the midfield and defensive prowess.
I think they have a good defense. I think Jimenez is solid. He plays at Atletico Madrid. They have Araujo, who plays for Barcelona. They got Coates, who plays for Sporting, who's been balling. I think they got a pretty solid... They still have Caceres playing. He's on the LA Galaxy now. That guy's awesome.
Oh, nice.
You're
MLS right. In one day? Look at us.
Their midfield and up is very impressive.
Yeah.
You got Nunez. You got, I think, Valverde. Talking about a later segment, but he's in my conversation for one of the best midfielders there. I think he's fucking fantastic.
He is good. I forgot about him until I looked at the roster. No, by all accounts, they should get out of the group, and they could win the group over Portugal. No doubt about it.
They could. I don't think they will, but yeah. they're going to put up a tough fight. So, and I feel bad for South Korea because like South Korea is not a bad team, but they're going against Uruguay and Portugal. It's going to be a tough road.
It's tough. And even Ghana, like you don't know, like they could play hard. They always played the U.S. hard. Not that the U.S. is back then was as good as Uruguay is now, but I don't know. I feel like they always come to play. They always have some random dudes that I'm like, dude, that fool's good.
Yeah, they got both the IUs, so Andre and Jordan both, the Crystal Palace, and then Inaki Williams, who's been like a stalwart for Bilbao for like 5 years now. Like, he just starts like every game. Then they have Kudus, who I don't know how much you're watching the Champions League.
Yes.
But on Ajax, that guy's good. They have a guy that's on Sporting. They got Thomas Partey off Arsenal.
Oh, he's Ghanaian?
Yeah, they have a Marte off of Leicester City who doesn't start usually, but he plays a decent amount.
No, but they have
Salisu off of Southampton. They got Tariq Lamptey, the super quick like wing back off of Brighton.
See, I already like my Ghana pick more and more.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, this is going to be, I think, a really good group.
I think I'm a little off of Uruguay because Blake just can't stop talking about Uruguay. Whenever like the World Cup is up, he's like, "Dude, Uruguay."
Really?
Uruguay. Yeah. He's all.
See, I'm around. I guess I'm around people that don't talk about soccer much at all. So
nobody it's you and him.
Knows who.
It's you and
nobody
him.
Nobody even fucking knows who Uruguay is. I feel like that I talk to. So to me, I'm like they're the under the radar team.
And we talked about last World Cups for sure. Luis Suarez, Edison Cavani. This is probably their last one. I mean, unless they come back as a coach or something, but. I mean, those guys were staples when it was like a young Cavani and Suarez with Forlan. Oh my God, I love that team so much.
Forlan, baby.
God, I love that with the Vuvuzela World Cup.
2010,
with that weird ball that would knuckle.
The Jabulani.
Yeah,
that thing was insane. Man.
Forlan had like 5 free kick goals with that thing. Oh man. So yeah, like I said, each one of these groups I find fascinating, and the A to D, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Except obviously we're gonna be rooting for the U.S. one and really pay close attention to that one. But Group A, snooze fest. Group C, okay. Mexico and Poland with Argentina. I like it.
Yeah.
Group
D, I think is done deal.
That is, how do you not pick France and Denmark? Like,
yeah, that's too easy.
Yeah, like there's just, these last groups I'm really excited about.
Yeah, the more I felt like, so at first pass, like just looking at the groups, I think the first time I went through, I was just like, none of these are that exciting or whatever. And now actually like diving into each one and talking through it and looking at the squads and the injuries and the history, I'm much more excited now about each of these groups actually having something to show us. So I think it's going to be a really good one.
All right, so now that we've gone through every group, I want you to truly pick the group of death. What do you think is the hardest group?
The most competitive. So I think...
No, not the most competitive, the hardest. Like if Team USA was just dropped into one of these groups, which one would you be most upset by that they got dropped in?
I think some combination of Group G, H.
Wait, you're combining groups now?
Well, no, I'm trying to just get like a short list here first. Like, what are the candidates for Group of Death? So we got G, we got H. If you were to say, so because USA is coming in as like the third team in the draw, you know what I'm saying? not like the last team, but if they were to swap places with some of the quote unquote other third place teams, um, I wouldn't want to be in Group H with Portugal and Uruguay. I wouldn't want to be in Group G with Brazil and Serbia. I wouldn't want to be in Group E with Spain and Germany.
No, yeah. Like if I'm Costa Rica, I'm bummed. Like,
Yeah.
we're just like, fuck, we have no shot. Uh, I
And
mean,
then
Group
I mean,
F.
even like Group C with Argentina, Mexico, and Poland, say like we swap spots with Mexico. Poland's good, but like I feel like we have a shot, you
Beatable.
know?
Yeah, beatable.
Yeah. But it comes down to those three. E, G, or H, I think, would be my choice for the tough ones. And if I had to choose one, I would say I would at least want to go against. I would at least want to go against Portugal and Uruguay. I think Serbia, we could find a way to beat.
Serbia, we just talked about Serbia and Switzerland. I think that one's real tough with the top.
I think it's tough, but do you think we have a better chance of beating Serbia or Uruguay? I think Serbia has some weaknesses, even though they have a great offense.
Yeah.
Uruguay, to me, is much more solid front to back.
Yeah, but
But
There's-
that being the case, then I would say I wouldn't want to be in Group E because you're playing Spain and Germany. Then.
yeah, the
So
top
I
tier
think- I
talent
think-
of Group G though is like if we switch spots with Cameroon.
Oh
It's
but Cameroon's like I'm thinking. So what I was doing in my head is
Third best.
USA
third
is
best.
like the third best team in their group. So swap places with any other third place team.
Yeah, it would. Be,
I wouldn't care about playing Cameroon so much.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. It would be tough. I think Group E is the one I would pick.
Yeah,
That would be so tough. Like Costa Rica just has no shot.
yeah, they're screwed.
I would love to see them steal a game, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to pick our what we think is the best 11 pre World Cup. Not what we think it's going to be, but like what it is going in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's
Yeah,
go.
so we're going to try to make a team from all the teams. So we got 32 teams with whatever it is, 26 players. So that's a shitload of players we're going to be narrowing down to one team. But we will have a few bench players. We're going to get at least a backup goalie, a few defenders, midfielders, forwards. So there is room for some honorable mention second places here besides the 11 on the field.
All right. So let's start with the manager. Let's get that out of the way. Now I'm going to defer to you on this one because I know very few managers in this World Cup. So what do you throw out a few, and let's talk through who do you want managing this team?
Yeah, so some of the most famous. So Tite, who's the Brazil coach, he's been there for a while now. I'm not sure how long, but he's one of the more populars. There's Roberto Martinez for Belgium, Luis Enrique for Spain. There's Hansi Flick for Germany, who was the Bayern coach before, and I just realized this, before being the Bayern coach, he was actually the assistant coach under Joachim Löw for a very long time. So that's why he may sound familiar, but then he left, went to Bayern, won the Champions League, I think, and then went back and became the national team coach. You've got Didier Deschamps on France. We've got, what else we got here? So we got Scaloni for Argentina, Berhalter for the U.S., Carlos Queiroz for Iran.
You know
Gareth
what?
Southgate.
I'm not going to do it, but I almost want to pick Berhalter just for putting Ream on the squad.
I know. and then you got Louis Van Gaal. He's the only other sort of big name, I would say. So
I always had a weird relationship with Louis Van Gaal as far as I feel like he got a short end of the stick. Like I could never tell if he was a good manager or not.
exactly. That's where he wouldn't be my pick here, just because I don't really trust the end product coming from him.
I always liked Roberto Martinez, though.
Yeah, I always did. But at the same time, Belgium just seems to be on like a bad track. And it's like, is it his fault? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably more the players, but
Yeah. They did get
I'm
third
gonna
in the
go.
last World Cup.
I'm gonna go going back through this. I don't like Deschamps. I do like Hansi Flick. Yeah, this is tough. I don't really have like a manager that's my. It'd probably be Martinez. He's the only one that I would say like I kind of actually like. Maybe Hansi Flick, but
Okay, well, I can't find Martinez on here. How do you spell Flick?
I think it's Flick. Let me check.
Oh, maybe they don't have international managers on here.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe they only do the leagues. Maybe you have to click
not.
like international section or something.
All right, so we'll leave that. We'll leave that blank then.
Okay.
All right, let's start at the back. Goalkeeper.
Goalie.
I think the first ones that come to mind is Neuer for me, and then you also have Courtois, Tim Howard, because he's always the best.
Never forget. Drink. Ones that just stick out to me off the top of my head, Martinez on Argentina. Lloris on France. Those are probably the two. And then, yeah, probably Neuer as well. I'm quickly running through just big name goalies. I have them sorted by team here. So there's Edouard Mendy for Senegal.
Oh, I do love Mendy.
You've got the trio of Pickford, Pope, and Ramsdale on England.
No shot.
You've got
USA, no.
Matt Turner. You've got Wayne Hennessy or Danny Ward.
No. I feel like it's got to be people from the names we just mentioned.
Yeah. So you got Emiliano Martinez. I just want to make sure we don't miss any big name here. Wojciech Szczesny is another big name.
Yeah.
Poland.
Who else? Who else is...
Kasper Schmeichel for Denmark.
He's always my goalie. When I was so sad when he left the Premier League.
I think I already had him on my fantasy team.
I think he's so good. He's so good. I would put him up here, but he's probably not considered best in the world.
Keylor Navas is on Ecuador or Costa Rica. Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I think he always gets the short end of the stick.
Goalie is such a difficult position to gauge as far as
compared to each other.
Yeah, it's like, okay, these guys are both great, but how can you tell if one is better than another? It's so difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Neuer still gets the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like if he were somehow to find the best way to do a head-to-head competition, I don't feel like he would still be the top. Yeah. I feel like it's got to be someone like Courtois.
That's
what
we're
really picking the best.
And I don't like Courtois, but I hate to admit that he's good. He's just so big, but he's like...
we're forgetting Alisson though. I think I would pick Alisson.
Brazil, of course.
Yeah.
Alisson. Dude, both Brazil goalkeepers. Fuck. Who are they starting?
Yeah, Ederson too, yeah.
Who are they starting?
They're starting Alisson.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a slam dunk though. Like
he's got almost 3 times as many caps as Ederson.
I know he does, but that's one of those things like I don't know if there's a huge gap between the two is all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're pretty close in age. They're both like around 32, so it's not like he's much older. I think it's Alisson though. I I don't think they do anything crazy there.
All right, I like Allison more than Courtois, so we're
Yep.
gonna go with Allison.
So let's go with Allison, and then we'll put Courtois on the bench.
Oh, is it 1L? Allison. What the fuck?
Are you sorted under some weird country now? It's 1L, 2 S's.
Here we go. Thank you. Oh, it dropped the chemistry bar on me. Get that shit out of here. That's a technical difficulty for both of us.
All right. Let me pour my pitcher.
Okay, center backs. This one is also difficult because we need two, first of all. We're doing a 4-4-2 in our formation. So we need two.
Yeah.
I feel like... And we can't go with our shoe-in because Italy's not in the World Cup. Otherwise, Bonucci would be captaining our team.
I'm going to go, and I think you would agree with this, Ruben Diaz is one of the two.
Is Van Dijk still there? Because he's has some chinks in the armor this year, but last couple of years he is, in my opinion, has been the best.
Yeah, no, I can argue with that.
So
I can go with those two.
Ruben Diaz, and let's put them in for now, and then as I'm putting those in, talk through any others.
I'll run through some of the other ones. So first off, I just want to shout out 39-year-old Pepe taking the World Cup roster at center back. Baby.
One of my least favorite players of all time.
I've grown to like him so much more. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just looking for like the real winners here. So we talked a little bit. I spoke the praises of Akanji a lot. I think he's really good, along with Schär on Switzerland.
I think if it was last World Cup, I would say Varane, but this one, not this time.
Yeah. What else we got? So we've got some big names on Brazil. You got Thiago Silva and Marquinhos, both, as well as Eder Militao on Real Madrid, and then Bremer for Juventus. So they have some real big names.
But I think like Rudiger, I like, but I don't think I'm going to put him in as the top two. Mentioned Sula, dude's a tank, but I don't think he's in my top two.
Sula's not. He's not quick enough. A lot of people like Laporte. I would choose those other guys over him, though.
I don't trust Laporte like at all.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his face or what, but like he just seems soft a little bit. He's like the perfect Spanish player.
Yeah, so you got Rudiger is definitely one I would pick out. So far, nobody else is sticking out.
Shout out Ream. Drink.
Oh yeah, Ream baby.
35-year-old Ream.
Saliba has been playing really well, but he's so young. He's not ready to be on this list.
And then we chatted about Kimpembe, but he's hurt. I don't think he would make it, but I think he deserves a shout out.
Yeah, he could maybe sneak on the bench. Let's see. Joachim Anderson on Crystal Palace has been playing really well, I think. But this to give him a shout out. He's not in this conversation, but that's pretty much it. I'm not seeing anybody else. We've got not even Bednarek. No, nobody on Mexico. So Argentina, we've got what's his name? Where is he? Romero from Tottenham. I think he's a good player. But I don't think he cuts it to this list. There's also Lisandro Martinez for Man U, who we've spoke about previously. And big boy Tim Ream. You got John Stones, Harry Maguire,
No, stop,
Eric
stop, stop.
Eric
None of those
Dyer,
three.
Connor Cody.
Get out of here. None of those three deserve to be in this conversation for best in
Oh
the
my,
world. They
oh
are
my
good. They
God,
deserve to be on the
I love
team,
it.
but no,
Koulibaly from Chelsea is on Senegal.
no, no. Stop it. Stop it. We're going too far. Dial
Nathan
it back.
Ake
Okay.
or De Vrij and Van Dijk alongside Van Dijk and Delight.
So,
Uh, did you know that? Okay, tell me if you're shocked by this. Do you know that Mateus Delight is only 23?
I knew he was young, but I didn't know he was that young.
I didn't know he was still that young. Yeah, I
I feel
thought like
he's
maybe
been
he's
around
like
for, like,
26
3
now or
years.
something, right? He's still only 23 years old. That's crazy to
Well,
me.
that's what it was like with Tadic. I was like, what is Tadic? Like, fucking 38? I think he's like 30. I'm like, I feel like he's been around for like 20 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we got it set there with those guys.
Yeah,
Okay. So what about
I think
you
those
want to do wing back?
Yeah, let's start on the right. Now, I would have said Reece James. RIP, he is out for the World Cup, so we can't include him. My question to you is, where is Portugal going to play Cancelo?
I mean, that's his natural position. So I would be fine with us putting him there. But
Because if it were my pick, I would pick him if he's going to play
yeah,
there. But I just don't know exactly where they're going to play.
exactly. They may move him up into more midfield with his skills, but
I'm going to drop him in for now.
yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
This is part of the reason why we like Portugal so much, is their top tier talent is pretty much across the field.
Pretty stacked. Yeah, we've already got 2 Portuguese players out there.
I know. I don't know if we'll have another one though, to be fair.
True. We're not playing Ronaldo at forward, dude?
Not this World Cup. Not this World Cup.
All right, just a few other shout outs for the right side. So there's Matty Cash on Poland.
Best name in the World Cup by far.
Matty Cash.
Matty Cash.
We've got Rasmus Christensen on Leeds. Plays for Denmark.
You know I love him.
He's awesome. We got Benjamin Pavard for France. Oh, and Koundé. Koundé also plays out there for Barcelona.
Kunde Kinte?
Kunda.
Okay. All right. I'm sticking with Cancelo. If you don't, I didn't see a big pushback on that.
Yeah,
So let's keep
I'm
that.
alright with that.
Left back. Sadly, Scotland didn't make it because the best left back in the world resides in Scotland with Andy Robertson. I just love how he plays. So
Oh, I know.
2 come to mind for me. I'm trying to look up others, but the 2 that came to mind for this were not Chilwell. I looked up Chilwell, even though he's hurt. Alaba. What position would you say? Because I've seen him play a lot of positions for. Oh, they're not even in
Alaba's
it.
not.
God, I always think he's German, and he's not. He's Austrian. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not,
that narrows it down easily for me. I think this is our Canadian brother,
I think so.
our neighbor,
I think
Alphonso
so.
Davies,
I
right?
think so. So what's funny is he's listed as a forward on the Canadian roster,
Yeah. How does that work?
but he plays wing back for Bayern. So I'm fine with us putting him there because I think that's where his real position is. But I just thought it was funny because
That's his day in and day out position. Yeah.
Yeah.
They may need to put him at like center forward or whatever to figure out how they're gonna get a goal. But yeah, he's listed on here as a left back. Let's put him on there.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Just a quick few other shout outs. So there's Alexandro and Alex Tellis on Barcelona. There's who knows on Serbia there.
Who else is there? Luke Shaw, you don't qualify. One of the Mendy brothers.
Rafael Guerrero on Portugal from Dortmund. He's got such a good left foot. Such a baller. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I think
Did Cucurella
really
make,
tough,
make the Spanish team?
who?
Cucurella?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he's the best in the world or in the World Cup, but
he didn't.
I don't even know if
so
he
they're
made
they have Jordi Alba. It's gonna be Jordi Alba.
yeah. All right.
Yeah. So.
Center. Let's go center mid. I don't know how you want to define center mid. It's a tough one.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. We're just really gonna have to split out the wingers, I think.
Let's start with the wings, and then we'll get like that kind of nebulous center midfield position afterwards.
Yeah.
So, left midfielder. Again, it might be difficult because they could play either side, but let's try on the left. See, like, even Leroy Sané is so dominantly left-footed, but they'll play him at the right at times to, like, cut
I
inside.
know. Yeah.
So it's like, how do you want to do it? Should we just do, like, outside midfielders?
I guess. I mean, I guess it'll have to be like who we think we could play where we think they should be. This is broken down by team. I was trying to find a good breakdown for this.
And another, where does Messi play?
I think he's got to be more central, either a forward or a center mid. I think.
I guess striker.
Yeah, I mean he's probably listed as a forward.
Maybe we do a formation that's more like more like a 4-3-3.
Like you can even put like Neymar out there or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a formation like that. How's that? I think that works a little bit. We can get kind of maybe a defensive midfielder,
A couple attackers,
and then some attackers like that.
Well, I mean, I know I'm jumping ship now from the left wing, but I'm voting for Valverde to be one of those guys.
Valverde, it's tough. There's going to be such a long list. There's like
you have like Kimmich is like
either of the
another
German
one of those guys.
You also have Gnabry, who's super good. Mbappe.
Yeah, Modric.
See, he's middle. De Bruyne, middle.
He could put Foden out on the wing if we wanted.
No, he's not. He's not at the level. I think Mbappe plays left wing on his own team. Doesn't he?
Who?
Mbappe.
Who?
He's usually on the left side, sometimes on the right.
He usually comes in the... Yeah, they play like a front three. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like he has to be on this team, so I'm going to put him in, and maybe we'll
let's
work our way backwards from that.
No, I think that's good. Yeah, let's fill out the spots. We can.
Because like, there's no way he can't be on the team. So Mbappe. Who else is a must? Messi?
I don't know, man.
Is this the year? He still does Messi things, but he's not at the same level he was.
Yeah. Like, I want somebody that's going to give me more consistent excitement. Like, I would always put, like, someone like Leao on the right there or something.
Dude, me and you both love Leao more than most. But I don't think he would make it. I don't think we could put him.
But who else could play that, like, right forward? There's, like, Lautaro Martinez.
Lautaro, yeah. He doesn't get talked about enough. That dude's good.
Yeah. We could also put Vlahovic or Musiala up
Vlahovic
there
is
or
super
something.
good.
I know.
De Bruyne, I think, needs to be on this team. You
Oh,
know,
De Bruyne's got to be one of those the two forward middle guy, one of those two
so
forward middle
we'll
guys.
put him here.
Yeah, yeah, that's a sure. Yeah, good call.
Uh, I kind of like the idea of having a defensive midfielder. Usually, this would be Conte's position, uh,
Yeah,
but he's injured. Um, I'm not
that
sure
the
who.
Chouamani guy on France is super good. Um,
Hoiberg's
Chouamani.
good on Denmark. He's at
Rodri on Spain.
Rodri, who didn't even start. Yeah, dude, he's super good. Let's put Rodri in for now.
Yeah, I like
While we
that.
think of others, there's Tyler Adams. Shout out. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it, but I want you on there. I think he has the ability to be there someday. I really do.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that other mid. So this is like another more attacking midfielder then. Oh, there's also like I mean, just this is I would still choose Rodri over him, but Casemiro is another guy that could be in that role.
yeah,
There's Bruno Fernandez, who I wouldn't put in, but
I don't think
for that
I
attacking.
think he's a tier below these guys.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just kind of shouting out names here.
No, 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 no.
We got Bellingham, who I think is not there yet, but could get there to be one of those best guys.
Definitely,
He's only fucking 19 years old still. It's
dude.
crazy.
That is wild.
He's 19.
I know. It's
Um,
crazy. Um,
you got Pedri on Spain. You got Bernardo Silva. We still didn't put Kimmich anywhere. We got Valverde, who we didn't put anywhere.
we haven't mentioned
We
a
got
single Englishman. Uh, I'm not sure that we should, but
we briefly Bellingham we just mentioned,
I think
but
Kane needs to be mentioned as a striker for sure.
yeah, no, I think he could be up there. We also
Uh,
have Son too. We haven't
Son,
mentioned.
dude, we both love Son way
Let's
more than
put
anybody
Son on
else.
the right there.
Okay, okay, he's a placeholder. He's a placeholder,
Yeah,
but yeah, he needs the respect.
yeah.
He's
I would be fine with Kane up top. There's also other like forwards could be like Vinicius. I think I would have been cool putting Benzema there, but obviously he's out now.
yeah, that hurts so much that Benzema's
We
out.
we still got Lewandowski.
He, yeah, he's
We've
top
already got
tier.
Mbappe in, so I feel like it's got to be between Lewandowski and Kane with Benzema out
And Messi, like
and Messi. Yeah, but in this team, I mean, in this case, I would put Messi in that center midfield spot, and then put one of those strikers up top. And then if you're talking about Messi being in midfield, then there's a lot more other names in competition
yeah,
there.
exactly. 37-year-old Modric, he
Yeah,
should be
Modric,
he
yeah,
should be shouted out. Like
Mueller, yeah, Mueller.
Mueller, is he 45? How old is he? I feel like he's been around since like 92.
Let me see. He
He's been
is.
playing forever.
He's only 33.
I know, it's
He's not.
crazy. Well, when he was 20, he looked like he was 33. Uh,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's crazy. So I don't think Lukaku's on this level. Um,
Yeah, no. Gabriel Jesus, shout out.
I was gonna say the amount of Brazilians that are good, like their team is so stacked. We only have one, and it's the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So who would it be though? It's not Richarlison. We don't like Neymar as much as others. I don't think he's. I think he's a tier below this tier as well, especially at this
Yeah.
point in his career.
I would put him I would play him where Mbappe is and be behind Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? Like he's coming off the bench to replace Mbappe
Yes.
in this
Yes.
lineup. Um, that's the problem is their best players like in positions are more so in the back. They have so many good players, but they're not like the best in those specific positions.
Yeah.
So it would either be like playing Casemiro over Rodri or something, or
I
like
think we need. Well, we have Allison.
yeah,
It's tough. This is really hard, and you could probably do this 100 different ways.
Yeah, we forgot about Vlahovic as well.
No, we didn't
Super
forget
good.
about him. I left that spot open, so I
He's
think
only 22. He's only 22. I didn't realize
he's
that.
another
He's
guy who
super.
looks like he's 32.
Yeah, he's 22
Like
years
somebody
old.
check his birth records because
Musiala's only 19. He looks 19. Um,
I think there's just so many. All right, let's try to figure out that center striker. I think it's either Kane, Lewandowski, Vlahovic. Is that it?
I think that's it for like the real competitors there. I mean,
Ronaldo,
you might
not
put-
anymore. I'm sorry. We still
No.
love you. Messi, same story. Not really.
I mean,
his position.
it would have been Benzema there, but yeah.
Benzema would have been in the mix for sure. Darwin Núñez,
Yeah.
not on that level. Lukaku, not on that level. Sterling, no.
Vinicius is not that type of player, but he's really good.
I think
22 years old.
Vinicius arguably could be in the Son position.
He could. He might deserve to be in it more than Son this year. Maybe not historically, but
All right, I'm gonna put him in. I feel like we need.
go ahead and put Son on the bench though. I think he's deserving of a bench spot.
Okay, we named those three forwards. Gun to your head. You have one match to win. You can only play one of them. Who do you choose?
Lewandowski.
You know what's crazy is I actually would go with Kane.
If it was a penalty kick, I would go with Kane. If it's to play a whole game and score the most goals, I'm going with Lewandowski.
Lewandowski's performance in that Barcelona-Inter match, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It like Barcelona was so overmatched except for one fucking dude who just it was like, oh, they're losing. Oh, Lewandowski just hits it in. Like it was insane. Okay, we're putting him in.
Yeah. We can put the Tottenham duo on the bench. Because this so far, those have been the toughest calls probably.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, we have one more central midfield spot. It doesn't need to be in this role per se, but I think it's either Messi or Mason Mount.
All right, it's either Messi, Modric, Valverde.
Oh man!
Disregard.
I couldn't even keep a straight face for the joke.
Kimmich. I think it's one of those four, personally. I think it's Kimmich, Valverde, Messi, or Modric. Actually, I'll take Modric out of it. I think he's still great.
He's still great, but he's 37.
Yeah, he's not there anymore. But I think that's where
let's be ahead of the curve and put your boy Valverde in there.
Okay, I like it.
We'll try to be. This will be our non-chalk pick.
Yeah.
And then the only questionable one for me is Rodri. In that, like you said, we could put Casemiro there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else is like a true holding midfielder. You've got
Frankie de Jong.
Frankie de Jong, good pick. Who else is like a true holding midfielder?
Christian Eriksen, not really. I don't think. Let's see.
Declan Rice is all
others.
right, but he's not up there on the list, you know. I think Rodri's a really good player. I
do
think
too. He plays that role so well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
You could play Gundogan there, but he's more of an attacker.
I guarantee you he's not going to start. I just feel like he's going to get the shaft, even though he should start.
Yeah. That's going to be really upsetting.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Dude, I'm telling you, Modelo on tap, man. Just refilling this cup.
Dude, I'm so jealous that you have a keg.
7 gallons of Modelo in my garage.
No roommates. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I like this team. So it'll be interesting to
Yeah,
see how the squad will look. We'll do our World Cup, our post World Cup team.
yeah.
I think a lot
And
of
we'll
these players could remain because they're on good teams.
true. Yeah,
Lewandowski will probably not make it because I don't think Poland's going to go very far. Um, and
yeah, good point.
that center forward position will probably be from a winning team.
Yep.
Uh, but everyone else, maybe Davies, because it might not get out of the group stage.
Yeah.
But I like
I
it.
like I like this lineup though. I would love having this be my team.
Yeah, I like that too. Um,
You've got like legitimate, like just explosive plays out of all four wing positions. You've got Mbappe and Vinicius,
can you imagine those two on the same
and then
team?
Davies and Cancelo. Just
Oh my gosh! And then just goal vulture in the middle, who's
yeah,
going to
and then
finish
you've got just
everything.
rock solid defense in the back there, those
Yeah,
back two. So
yeah,
I
I
think it's
love
a
this
great
lineup.
team. And then you got De Bruyne, who's
De
like the
Bruyne, yeah,
afterthought.
we don't even need to mention him. And actually, amazingly, this is pretty diverse.
Yeah,
We have two Brazilians, two Portuguese, and then everyone else from different countries. It's pretty cool.
yeah. One France, one Canada, one Dutch, one Spanish, one Belgian,
Yeah, three South
one
American players,
Uruguay.
no African players. If Mane didn't get hurt, I would have made an argument for Mane.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm just
I would have been okay putting Mane there over Vinicius, not
yeah.
over Mbappe. But yeah, I think that would have been a smart call.
Vinicius is better than Rashford, but I feel like he has Rashford moments for me,
Yeah,
where he has some.
he does.
You
He
know what I
does.
mean?
Yeah,
He has like some explosive
yeah,
plays where you're just like, holy shit, and then he like doesn't finish like an easy opportunity.
exactly. But I feel like the difference is like in the same game, like where Rashford will have like a whole game where he does that, where like he has four chances and does it. But with Vinicius, I feel like he'll have one of those, but then he'll score two crazy goals. Like every time I've watched and he's done it, he always then sort of makes up for it within the same game.
And
Every time
as
I've
he's
seen it,
gotten older, he's gotten better. Obviously,
definitely.
he used to do it
Yeah,
more when he was younger, where it was like, oh, you didn't even have to worry about him; just let him like fucking do his thing and sky it over the bar, you know,
yeah,
Rafinha style. All right.
yeah.
Okay, well, there's our
All right.
squad. I took a screenshot of it. Can head back, and then yeah, I'm excited to do the post one. That'll be fun. Uh,
Yeah, you got a good screenshot of that. Nice.
so we were gonna do our picks officially. So let's do it for the pod and not for the different brackets that we're doing because we'll probably switch it up. But let's
Okay.
do in place of our prop bets, we'll do our World Cup future bets. So,
Okay.
and then I
World
have some
Cup.
fun ones that I found that I'm gonna throw out to you.
Okay, I
Eh,
like this.
kind of in place of trivia. Okay, so let's start at the top. Who's going to be your World Cup winner pick?
So in my bracket, I went Argentina. I projected a Portugal Argentina final. I think Brazil and Argentina are going to play in the semis, and one of them has to go down. I think it'll be a tough match. I think Argentina will come through. I think the other side of the bracket is going to be a little bit easier, or a little bit more up in the air, I would say,
Hmm.
between like multiple different teams and not so much just like the real strong front runners. But I went Argentina with my pool pick.
Okay. I had France before the Benzema injury. I can't believe that his injury is influencing my decision, but now I feel like it's the wrong choice. Uh,
Well, Is it just? I mean, they've also had four other injuries.
Well, I
So
knew those injuries going into be like, I still think France
okay,
can win because my
yeah,
thought was this is Mbappe probably at his best. Um, this is probably the peak of Mbappe's skills and speed and athleticism, and having the best player on the attacking side. Oh, and by the way, Benzema's in the middle is lethal combination. And I feel like even though they lost Conte and no Pogba, Varane is question mark,
hmm
but gonna play. Like I still felt like they had enough dudes, even young guys, that were gonna come in and play well. Like they're so deep. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. It scares me a little bit. I can't pick Argentina because you picked them. I don't want to pick Brazil because that's no fun. Everyone's picking Brazil.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna pick France.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say runner up is Portugal. Stupid. I'm doing it though.
Same. I was like, oh, that's all right.
I'm just so all in. I love our bet and I want it to work out. I'm
I think I
hedging.
think
I'm
I had
mentally
I
hedging.
think I have Portugal beating France in the semi or something like that. I think that's what I had chosen. So
Yeah. You know what
um,
would be
yeah,
sick
so that
actually is
so that
a
means we're leaving
Brazil.
out. We left out of the discussion England, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, and Belgium. Belgium have dropped to the ninth best odds.
And
I think at one time they were the third best odds running up to this.
I would pick them over the Netherlands. I would
I
pick
would
them.
too.
I would pick them over Spain. Uh, Germany, no. England, I feel like it's a coin toss.
I feel like it's a coin toss, and I looked at a few brackets for England, like the way the groups line up, and I feel like they have the opportunity for one of the easier paths to get through.
Yeah, they have to win the
Um,
group though.
if they win the group,
If we
yes,
steal the group, we
shit
could we
changes.
could do damage. Like we could go. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's I mean, I don't want to like knock on wood, but we've lightweight owned England in the last two World Cups.
straight up, we have.
So we just got to do
You've
it one
always
more time.
surprised, and this is the best team we've had.
Youngest team though.
Youngest. You would put those other USA teams against this one and think they're going to win?
I no. But
Yeah,
there's a difference between having the skill
yeah.
and
No, I yeah.
and playing and doing it. Like that
The
like the
the
Donovan
top to
Dempsey
bottom bit.
teams. Like they say what you will about that midfield and those defenders, but I don't know. I don't know. Yes, I would take this team. I believe.
Yeah, the top to bottom variance sort of
Yeah,
I think is much greater with this team. But I think that top is better than any of the other US teams.
for sure. All right, Golden Ball winner. Who you going with? Top. I'll
Just,
list off the top three or
yeah,
top
hold
five
on.
in
I'm just
order.
I'm just noting down what we said. So
Okay.
I had
Actually, I'm gonna. Can I change mine?
yeah,
I want to go France for the win, Brazil for the runner-up. A '98 rematch.
France
Was that
over
'98 or was that '02?
no, Brazil 102. France 198.
'98. Yeah.
Okay, so for the winners, I have Argentina over Portugal. You've got France over Brazil. We're doing golden ball.
Golden Ball. So the odds: Messi plus 700, Neymar, Mbappe, Harry Kane, Kevin De Bruyne. No way. Vinicius Jr. and then Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, these odds are heavily influenced by star power.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I think it's going to be a team that goes far.
I'm sticking with Mbappe. I think France is going to go far, and he's going to be
Yeah.
the reason why. That's my
I
pick.
like the pick here for Kane because I feel like England can go far if things line up right. Um, but based off of my pick for Argentina, I would have to say Messi because if they go all the way, I mean, it'll be Messi.
You know, your
I
boy
think De Bruyne. I think
Lataro.
De Bruyne could be the best player though.
So when is your friend getting to Vegas so we can put some bets in?
So I'm pretty sure our timeline is them arriving on the 23rd.
Okay, so there's going to be at least one game in each group at that point.
Yes. And then leaving, I think they're staying till the Tuesday, like the 29th, something like that.
Okay, yeah, so maybe we won't
They're
be
at
able to
least
get this
staying
bet
they're at
in.
least staying through Sunday the 27th. So either way, I mean, we can bet on games while they're there where they could actually go cash it out or could have her bring back the tickets. So we could do out stuff out into the future. If they're still doing futures, we could pick a winner. Maybe the odds have shifted or something. Um, or we could pick people to win groups maybe. But obviously those odds will shift dramatically once it's underway.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, we've got like a week window there ish. So
Okay. Yeah, so these odds might change a little, but yeah, we'll
we
see.
have things like USA England we could bet on Black Friday.
Dude, I'm going so I don't know if I told you there's a outdoor concert venue in San Diego um, on the water. It's called the Shell,
Yeah. Hmm.
and they are doing a free viewing party for the England USA match. It's just uh, first come first serve. They're gonna have vendors and everything, but it's just gonna be a watch party for free
Oh
at
yeah.
this concert venue, and it's gonna be so sick.
It's awesome.
It's yeah,
I love that it's going to be midday too, so it won't be like super early.
11 a.m. Is the kickoff,
Yeah, that would be
so it's
great.
gonna get rowdy. Okay, I think this is a fun one. Golden Boot winner.
Yeah,
Mbappe's number one, Kane's number two, Messi's number three, Neymar's number four. Your boy Lataro plus 2,000. Not a bad bet.
yeah, good
Uh,
value.
Vinicius Jr. plus 2,800. What's crazy is Mitrovic is ahead of Laovic.
Yeah,
I want to see how that team plays with both
I
of them.
know
I
that
want
one's
to.
going to be really interesting to see.
I am so interested to see how they play. You can't bench those guys. You can't.
So you're not going to go with Havertz at plus 3,300?
I can't believe he's plus 3,300. Oh my god. There's no way. And Murata, get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna. There's no way
Yeah.
either of those
I
two
mean,
guys.
so this is where it gets really interesting because it's going to be based off of how far teams will go as well, right? So you have a guy like Lewandowski who can score goals, but they
Yeah.
don't think he's going to advance, or it's going to be tough for him to advance. So he's sitting at plus 4,000.
But I would pick Ansu Fati over Murata.
Yeah,
I think Murata is the biggest choke artist there is.
I'm going to go, man. I'm going to go something about Kane's calling me. I'm going to go Kane.
I'm gonna go with Lataro. Give me Martinez. I picked Mbappe in the other one. I don't want to go Mbappe for both.
Yeah. Set up the next one. I'll be right back.
Okay. So the next one, these are super interesting. So there's the top French league scorer, the top German league scorer, Italian, English, etc. So French is the PSG guys, Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. I think everyone would pick Mbappe in that situation. Maybe Messi. I don't think Neymar is going to be the leading scorer on his own team, so definitely not him. Um, Timothy Weah plus 4,000. Not going to happen, but funny to see. Oh, that's an American. All right, I'll drink while Torrin's gone. And then German League, they have Andre Silva. Interesting. Okay, so they have odds on top French League One score, top German Bundesliga score, top Italian Serie A score. It's just super interesting. So I think French League, it's just the three PSG forwards. I would pick Mbappe. Messi would be the other one. Timothy Weah is on there for plus 4,000. I think he needs better odds than that. There's a lot actually. Top Spanish league score. Okay, here we go. This is the ones I want to ask you about. Top African team. So this is saying which African nation is going to go the furthest. I'll give you the odds in order because I find this actually pretty interesting. Senegal is still in the lead, plus 150. Morocco, plus 300. Cameroon, then Ghana, then Tunisia.
This is where it helps to look at the groups, you know.
The groups, yeah. I think I would go... Oh, I'd still go Senegal, actually.
Yeah, I think Senegal's got the best shot with their group.
They have the best group.
Yeah. I like Morocco, but that's going to be a tough go for them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we both pick Senegal on
both going Senegal.
Okay, top European team. This is more fun. England is actually tied with France, plus 450. Then Spain, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, Portugal. Now I picked France to win, so I have to pick France here.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my bracket real quick. So I have. Ooh, wow! I picked England to beat France.
Nice.
So in my bracket, I went with England and Portugal in the semi. I'll go England. Fuck it. I'll go England.
Nice.
You're going France.
Top North American team? Got to be the U.S. We're tied with Mexico on odds.
Hell yeah. No, we're beating the shit out of Mexico.
Yeah, we got this one. And then South American, Brazil and Argentina, Uruguay, Ecuador. Are there really only 4 South American teams?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. There's got to be more than that usually, right?
Yeah, you'll have like Chile sometime. Well, no, because there's only a certain number that make it from each conference, right?
Is it?
But
I don't.
I think last time we had Paraguay. I think made it over Ecuador, and then I think was Chile there once.
Colombia was there.
Colombia. Oh, you know what? So I think 4 make it, and then I think a 5th can make it on a playoff. But I think they lost to I think Peru lost to Australia, was it?
Oh, that's how they do
it. And I think we all assumed Peru would win, because I think I even remember saying, oh, it'll be Peru. But I think Australia beat them and knocked them out. So
that's right. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, USA for sure. South American team that goes the farthest. You're probably gonna go with Argentina. I picked Brazil, so Brazil there.
Yeah, Argentina. Okay.
And then yeah, that's it. They have a bunch of bets, which I think are stupid bets, to be honest with you. But you could pick winner and runner up. Like if, for example, my France Brazil pick is plus 3,300 for that, but I feel like that's just not a smart bet.
Nah, it's just money down the drain, I think.
Yeah. It's such a long shot.
Yeah,
So much can
there's
happen.
name the finalists is another one.
Name the finalists. Yeah, it's basically
Tournament winner and top goal scorer.
Argentina and Di Maria. What? Oh, it's in alphabetical order to reach the final. Yeah, to reach the quarters. See, this I think there actually might be some value in the to reach the quarterfinal because,
Uh-huh.
like you were saying, whoever gets out of our bracket in the top spot has a good chance.
Yeah.
And we're plus 400. What's England at?
I think it's like
Minus
minus some.
185. Yeah.
Okay.
This would be an interesting one on the quarterfinal. It'd be like, what would happen if
Dude,
you just put money on all the favorites?
there's plus odds for Belgium.
Gotta love that.
Plus odds for Croatia. I think there's some good value
Serbia
sitting in
plus
there.
400. They could easily do it.
Yeah. Let me look at like my pick. So the quarterfinal, so the top eight, right? We're talking.
Yes.
So I picked that Portugal and Croatia would make it, France and England, USA, Argentina, Spain, and Brazil. That was what I had picked. Um, or any of those stick out as valuable odds.
Croatia plus 300.
I like that. Yeah.
Wait, did you say Switzerland?
No, I did not.
USA plus 400. Senegal plus 400. Yeah, the plus odds start at Belgium. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they have their 8 that they think are. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are the heavy hitters. I'm surprised. What happened to Belgium to have them drop? Because they were higher earlier in the summer.
I know. Well, I mean, everyone's just talking about how like they're the top dog falling off type situation.
But why?
Obviously, Lukaku not playing. They played a friendly midweek against Egypt and lost.
Is that way?
Um, but like, I mean, Salah's on Egypt and shit, so it's not like Egypt's like a full pushover, you know.
No, they're good.
But
They're good. But
yeah,
Lukaku's on the team, though. Is he going to be able to play? I don't know what his
he's
injury
day.
is.
I think he's listed day to day. Um, so I don't know what they're going to get out of him. So I think there's just a lot of uncertainty with them. This is a perfect example of a team that like I think the betting lines and everything over the last year were like way higher than they should have been for them. And then all of a sudden like there was some like adversity and everything, but then all of a sudden they're way lower than they should be for them.
Yeah.
And it's like they should be somewhere in between that, right? But it's like they swung really high and really low. So yeah, I think it's overreaction.
Yeah.
I would be fine taking them at plus odds to make the quarterfinal.
Yeah, I feel like that's great odds, and I
I
feel
mean,
like
I had them losing in my bracket, but they easily could make it,
even
depending
without
on where they end
Lukaku,
up.
I mean,
Yeah,
they could make it for sure. They finished third in the World Cup 4 years ago. They're not that much different of a team.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I like that one. But again, we're not going to be able to get that in before the bidding starts. We're just going to have to put actual money on in-game bets, or
I think we're gonna have to choose some games.
yeah,
Yeah, and then if they're still doing updated futures, maybe we can get in on a
yeah,
win a group or make a semifinal, something like that.
yeah.
So,
No, for sure. All right, cool. So those were all the fun bets. And then there's some random ones that you can just piss your money away on. So there's highest scoring group, highest scoring team. That one actually you could put. And I mean, I feel like you're still shooting in the dark a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like these are just like parlay add-ons, right? It's like, oh, I think France is going to win, and they're going to be the highest scoring team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
but
know,
then
they
they
kind of
have
just.
they have the total tournament goal over under 164 and a half.
All right, let's choose that one. I'll track that one.
How the fuck did they come up with that number? Did they just look at what happened last World Cup?
Probably. Do you think it'll be over or under?
I mean, I have no point of reference. I don't even know. Like, what was it last year?
Well, you know I mean, look at it. It's being set at even odds, so it's going to be based off of history.
Well, as a spectator, I would want it to be over, but my guess is that it would be under, um, because the stakes and the importance of everything. I feel like more often than not, someone's gonna miss a clutch opportunity than take a clutch opportunity in a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go under.
There were 169 in the last World Cup.
Oh, okay. So they lowered it. Interesting.
Uh,
Well, if it was
let me look at the
169
before.
last one, let's go over. I think we can do that again. Why not? I'll take the over. It'll be more fun that way.
Yeah, so I personally was going to go with the order. There was 171 in 2014.
Why would they lower it? That's interesting.
So I personally thought it was going to go over because the same shit we were talking about, where teams are like going to be out of whack, having been playing together, and I feel like that's going to hurt the defense more than the offense.
Mistakes will
Like
be
these
made.
defenses, they're going to make mistakes. They're not going to be in the right position. They're not going to like space correctly. And it takes one individual making a smart play on offense to score a goal. And it takes like one of four people being out of whack on defense for it to create an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all of that is kind of adding up to a recipe for more goals from some of these underdogs and some of these guys that are going to be making mistakes that shouldn't be.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully we see a lot of goals because I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can pick like winners group. That's super funny. Oh, Golden Glove winner. Well, let's pick this. The goalie. We should have looked at these odds. Well, we were on it.
Yeah, Allison.
Allison, Courtois, Neuer, Martinez, Lloris. Who's Simon? What country is he?
Spain. That's who's. I guess he's the starter for Spain.
Simon. I mean, I'll go with Martinez.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go with what, Courtois or Allison. I'm gonna go with. I think Courtois is probably the best all-around goalie, but
But how far are they going to go?
yeah, Allison's the smarter pick.
Yeah, he is. I
Yeah.
couldn't do
All right.
it.
Okay, I'll do Allison, and you do Martinez.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Most assists.
I
Ooh.
know. That's an interesting one.
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, he is an assist machine. Di Maria. Is Di Maria even going to get the amount of play? Like, is he going to start?
I don't think he's going to be starting.
Yeah, is that just a big name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish is up there.
Dude, look at the amount of Englishmen. Trippier, Grealish, Shaw, and Mount,
Sterling.
and Foden are all up there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And
Wow.
Alexander Arnold's on there too. That's insane.
What are they doing?
I wouldn't do that at all.
Yeah, not a chance.
I like how they don't have Mbappe on here whatsoever.
Yeah, not even a chance of that.
Oh, it's hilarious. Like that dude doesn't pass. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, I
We
think we
ready
went
for
through
the World Cup?
a lot of interesting bets.
So you and I got to
Uh,
watch one of our U.S. games together.
it's going to be tough. Well, so
Well, that match, the England, it's basically got to be the Iran game. Wait, what? Who do we play on Monday?
played Wales.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we play England Friday. So I should be getting up to Bandon Thursday night.
Oh
I
shit!
don't
That's I
know.
forget. So you're gonna be able. You're gonna miss the England game.
I'm not going to be here. I mean, I'm going to watch it there, but I don't know if I'm going to be playing.
You're gonna be golfing.
Like we don't have an official round on Friday though. Friday's like the get there day.
Oh.
We're gonna try to play preserve, I think, but I don't know what time yet or anything. So I may be like free at the bar or in the room at that time. So we can hopefully watch that.
That's the one that I'll be at the concert.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it would have to be Tuesday the 29th. You're not
At
back, are
11
you?
a.m.
All right, then it's going to have to be after we advance out of the group.
Yeah. True that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably be mid round of golf during that Orion game. If not, I'll be on the road back, I think. So
That'll be fun.
yeah.
I'm really jealous. I'm I'm glad. I mean, I'm not glad that I can't go, but we had our roof
Yeah.
collapse. Insurance is not going to cover it, so I got to eat that cost.
What?
Well, they are covering any damage that was below the roof,
They don't cover roof damage?
but the roof is deemed like a depreciated asset. It's like old age. It's not like a storm, like something random came and like broke it. It just like was old and started falling apart basically.
What the fuck?
So it's not. They're not really going to cover it.
That's whack.
We get the official answer, but it sounds like that's what's going to happen.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, we'll save those Skrillions then.
Dude, I know. We got to make some money. We got to make some money with this World Cup.
Yeah, man. We got some bets open.
I mean, while your friend's there, we should put $10 on all the underdogs for when the teams get back.
For the Premier League?
Yeah, let's do it. Like a month out.
I'm not going to make him put down 10 fucking separate bets. No.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I would if I was there, but
Might be able to.
yeah, we'll take a look at some Premier League stuff though. Second half of the season stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that'd be
I'm
good.
excited for the World Cup, even though it's a shit show of a location and a host and all that. I'm
Yeah,
excited to see the soccer at least.
yeah, really jacked up. But yeah, no, it should be an exciting World Cup, I think. I'm much more excited about it after talking through it. I really like some of these group dynamics. So I think we'll be watching a lot every day.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a lot of work getting done next week or the week after.
Yeah, I already talked to people at my work. I was like, yo, let's take a long lunch on Monday.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm honest with myself, I'm not going to do anything while that game is on. So
Yeah.
everyone was on board, so we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be at Ballast Point watching that game.
Yeah, they're going to be at Social Tap here.
Nice.
We'll
All right.
do it.
Well,
All
I don't
right.
know when we'll get back on again, but probably after you get back from Bandon. Right?
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
we're going next week.
we could do a check-in maybe like Monday or Tuesday night. We want to do a brief one after the U.S. game or something. But
Oh, I'm down for that. What day are you
yeah,
leaving?
I drive north Wednesday up to the Bay, up to Oakland, and then Thursday on Thanksgiving Day we leave to drive up. So we'll get
Gotcha.
up to Bandon Thursday night, and then yeah, from there I'll be up there. So
How's the golf game feeling?
it's all right.
You've
It's
been
better. I
practicing.
mean, it's much better than I was last time I was in Bandon.
There you go.
Guarantee. My
There you go.
putting, yeah. But I'm sure I'll still be one of the slackers of the group. But
No, there's
I'm
plenty.
excited. Me and Tyler are on a team, which is sick.
Nice.
So 2-man teams. So we'll see if we can do some damage.
I can almost guarantee you'll be better than Tyler. No offense to Tyler, but I know he's not playing.
Yeah. No, I've been feeling. I changed my swing a bit, and it's feeling better. My driver's still not where I want it to be, but
Yeah.
everything else, my putting, everything else feels much better than it has over the last couple of years. So
Nice.
yeah, it'll be fun.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, let's do a check in then Monday.
All right, sounds
All
good.
right. Sweet.
All
World
right,
Cup. Here we come. Cheers.
tomorrow, baby. 7 hours, 18 minutes away.
Dang. All right. Later.